Hi Perrie, this is going to be a reading for you. So I'm going to tell you the story like it happened to me, and then we'll get further into your reading, okay? So someone left a comment to do a reading on you, and they said that you're in a British band, okay? So I thought about you, and I tried to pick up what you look like to identify you, identify your energy. What I was picking up was this sweet, blonde, bubbly, cheerful, happy girl. Okay? And then I started getting several messages. The first message that I was receiving was that you are in some sort of toxic environment. You're in a toxic environment that you are not feeling in alignment with whatsoever, right? You are feeling like there are people that are working against you in the sense that they're trying to set you up to feel embarrassed about certain situations. They're trying to put you in situations where you're going to feel like you look like a fool. You're going to feel like, you're basically being bullied, okay, by these particular people. I want to say there's one especially, but there could be another one. And then I was picking up that there are people around you that you can trust. 1 to 2 to 3 people in specific that you can trust, and these are people that you normally work with or around. This can either be bandmates, this could be makeup artists, this could be your the people who dress you, whoever it is that are associated with where your current environment that feels toxic, okay, that you can trust, that you can confide in or connect to. I don't even necessarily think that you need to confide in them. It's just mostly having someone with similar interests and similar tastes, because what I see for you is you are more grounded, you're more down to earth, you're more of like a naturalist. Like the kind of person that I'm picking up on is just like really boho chic kind of girl. You're just, that's really where you feel contentment, you feel fulfilled. You're just like really into just the natural world and having things that aren't really like opulent or glamorized. That's not really in alignment with who you are, but you have some sort of pressure on you that you have to continue to be a certain way, or maybe it's like a contractual agreement, something like that, right? So whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be contractual, but there's this pressure on you to be a certain way, so you don't have that connection of where you can link those two together, okay? And so the advice that I was getting from your guardian angels is saying like it's gonna be okay, like this is just a passing in the moment, like this is just part of your journey, like just enjoy it for what it is, and understand that there's going to be change in your life where you can feel more in alignment, like 100% in alignment with where you are. And so because you have these people that you can be close with and you can connect to, that you can still be true to who you are, you can still be grounded, but you can find like the pleasures and be happy and enjoy the moment that you're in, like see it for what it is, and have a more positive mindset, have a more expansive mindset for the situation that you're in. Like it's easier said than done sometimes when you're in the mix of things. But because this is coming through from your guardian angels, it is saying like they're trying to guide you in seeing that there is that bigger picture. Because sometimes when you're in it, you're like, when is it ever going to be over? Is it ever going to be over? Like what happens next, right? And so it's kind of like giving you that relief off of your shoulders so that you can really like sink into the moment and really feel the moment for what it is, and truly appreciate where you are right now, because it doesn't totally define you. This is really, you're gonna look back on these moments and really with fondness and fond eyes, like, because you're just going to be so much more mature and more evolved that like even these moments that these toxic people are kind of throwing at you, it's just going to be, dust bunnies. It's nothing to you. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, that's fine. Like when I'm like picking up on all this, like I'm like, okay, let's deliver this message. And then I started getting this other message that was very strange to me. It was a very, very strange energy. I don't quite know how to describe it because, I mean, in all honesty, like I don't think that it really matters to try and describe it, like to find like the English words to convey what I'm feeling, because the point is it's strange, it's off-putting, and it's just odd. And you would know what I'm talking about whenever I bring it up, so it's not like me saying this, you should already, like, alarm bells should be going off with you where you're like, okay, I know what she's about to say, I know what she's about to talk about. Personally, and this is still getting to the story of you. So I don't know, I was like, what's this feeling? What is going on? And I shifted my awareness, okay? I shifted my awareness there, and it was like, you're this guardian, okay? You're guarding something close to you. You're guarding something important to you. And there's an alertness, like your guardian angels are watching with this particular situation. They're watching intently on you to make sure, or at least like to see, because it's not like they're controlling your life or anything, but it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because you are, like you're just not, you're in a trivial, is that the word? Like you're in a predicament right now where you need to watch yourself. You need to watch what information is being expressed. Like you need to limit whatever information you've already released, like to the public, actually. And you need to like dial it back in, is what I'm saying. You need to be more private, okay? You need to be way more private than you're being. It's very important that you do that. You need to activate that protection mode, right? Because I just see, okay, I'm just going to be transparent, like as transparent as possible with what it's coming across, but it's like people or things, something is trying to get it. Whatever you're protecting, someone's trying to get it, and you need to be careful. Like you need to protect it. You need to like really dial it back in. Don't overexpose yourself. Don't overexpose this thing, because you know, that you need to shine, essentially. Like, since you're the celebrity, you need to keep that shine on you and not this thing and anyone associated with it, because there might be a little bit of miscommunication with the thing that's associated with it. There might be a couple issues associated with it. Either way, it's like protect your energy, essentially. Like, let's just keep it down to that, right? So I'm like, what is this? What the heck is going on? So I took it upon myself to look you up, and I just put in your name to see if something would just pop up. And so obviously, like, I was accurate with like your identifying you as far as like the way you look, and then I saw that you are pregnant with your boyfriend's baby. Okay, I saw that you announced it in May. That's all I know about you, and that you're in a band called Little Mix, I want to say. So listen, like, I'm gonna say that that's what I was picking up on with this protection that I'm talking about. You need to protect that information. You need to protect your kid, because someone or something, some way, somehow is trying to get after your kid for some reason. Okay? And that should not freak you out necessarily, because this is something that you already know. This is something that you have a feeling about. This is just telling you that your feelings are real and are true, and you need to figure that out to the best that you can. We can look, let's just look at the advice real quick, and then we'll kind of just, I don't know what direction I want to take for this, but let's look at the advice so far for whatever I'm going to say it's your kid. Okay, authenticity, wolf. So being authentic with yourself and authentic with the people around you, authentic with the challenges that are going to be presented with this particular situation or with this child, okay? The challenges of basically like becoming a mother, okay? It's not, there are people that you can talk to, there are people that you can reach out to that can help you with this. It's like, don't shut yourself off to the trusted people around you. So if there's trusted people around you, don't shut yourself off to them. Maybe you have a tendency to get kind of cold and withdrawn. Maybe there's a tendency for you to kind of shut people out. So don't do that. We have leadership. I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you to take the leadership role in something. See, what I'm also picking up on is there's just a lot of abundance coming for you. Like there's a lot of just like prosperity in everything. It feels like everything. Like even with this, look at how there's just so much surrounding there. But what I'm picking up on this is that it's all nature. It's flowers, it's everything. So I feel like it's being liberated and being closer to who you are. So it's observation. See, that this is so interesting. It's so interesting to me because it feels like, it feels major. It feels major, and it feels you know, like what in the world? What is going on kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not being very clear, I guess. I don't feel very clear myself about it, but I mean, and it's kind of like I don't want to, because like part of this I feel like it's not my business. So I don't really want to get too far into it with, you know, like I'm just trying to get the right advice for you and the right information for you. It's like pay attention to the red flags, pay attention to what's going around you, pay attention to where you find peace, pay attention to like being authentic with yourself and where you feel more in alignment. Like where is it where if you're having an argument with someone, or if you're having an issue with someone, where does that not feel in alignment with you? Where do you feel like you even want to keep doing that? Like, do you feel like you want to keep talking about it, or like having the same arguments or situation like come up over and over and over again? Or are you lying to yourself? Are you being inauthentic with yourself? Because for you to supersede the situation, for you to get further and be more prosperous, to be a leader in your own life, which is going to make you feel more fulfilled, because I feel like you're naturally like how do I explain? Like, it's just like, you know, have you ever seen those people, or you know who you remind me of? You remind me, I don't know her name because I've only seen okay, The Bachelor, where there's like this blonde girl and she's from California, and she's like really, really earthy and really sweet, and I don't know. There has to be someone that knows who I'm talking about. But that's who, her name's like Kate or Katie or something like that, I want to say. I have no idea. But anyway, so you kind of remind me of that, where it's like being a leader where you're just a very like unique, and you're just like, you just are who you are, and there are no like sorries about it, like that this is just who I am, right? And so you can still keep that identity while blending in with everyone else. So I hope I'm being clear, because I feel like I'm kind of like mixing all these different messages, because I feel like something has to do with, I feel like it has to do with your love life, and then I also feel like it has to do with personal life, which can involve your love life, and it can involve your work life, and then I feel like it has something to do with work. Like, it's all encompassing, because it's like everything, it all boils down to you. It all boils down to yourself, and you feeling like you can't really be yourself. But then there's that notion from your guardian angels, that nudge where it's like you actually can strike that balance. You can strike that chord where everything just kind of like falls. Like, don't be afraid to just be yourself and set boundaries. You know, you can still appreciate where you are, you know, and kind of like enjoy the lavish things while still being true to who you are. You know, you can have a little bit of everything within reason, right? Just to kind of like expand yourself and to just try things out, you know. Like, look at it in like a more positive light, like I said. So yeah, but see, it's back to that protection. Now I'm not really like feeling it anymore. I'm not picking up on that 100% anymore. Like, before it was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know, like a circle, like highlighting it. Now that I've mentioned it, it's like not in my awareness. Like, I can see it, but I'm not really, it's like your guardian angels, everyone's just kind of like, okay, like, you said enough. Like, I feel like I've said enough about that for whatever message is supposed to come across for you. Something important there is supposed to come across, and I'm being shown like it's I could say this, but it's really not that big of a deal because I already got the message across. But to kind of like hone it back in, is like you would be a prison guard, okay, and you need to keep things out and you need to keep things in. So anyway, so we have what lights you up. What makes you happy? Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years? What is it that you want? Allow love. You already know. You know, it's self-acceptance. It's self-acceptance, and if this relationship is kind of, I don't know, but finding your happiness, finding out the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with in the long term. Where does it seem like people are not matching up to you? Where does it seem like people, you just don't see, you're just not on the same page, you know? And that's actually okay. Like, sometimes you grow apart from friends or family. Like, sometimes, like, you don't owe anything to anybody for any reason at any given time. Like, this is your life. You have, like, obviously you have obligations or whatever, but like, even with family, like, just because it's your family member, this is just an example, you guys. I don't know if this is really what's going on with you, Perrie, but it's like if you have a toxic family member, just because they're family does not mean that you're obligated to keep them in your life. Sorry, but you're not. Like, like, you don't have a right to just be there just because, you know, you're my family member. And that literally goes for anybody, okay? And even, like, again, if this is about a relationship, like, don't be afraid. Like, there are plenty of people that have had a single parent or like 2 separate like blended families, and it's worked out gloriously, right? So don't be afraid to answer the call. And where you feel that you know, I feel there's just like a lot of whatever I'm picking up, okay? And again, this is like across the board for different things, but where there are arguments, where there's frustration, where people are trying to like put you down, where people are trying to make you a certain way, like keep that to yourself right now. Don't blow that out into the public. That's not something that people need to know the exact details. I don't know why. You know, I'm not seeing why, but I think really maybe this has to do with like the future of your family, the future of your child, the reputation of yourself, because you are so sweet and happy and sensitive. So in a way, you're protecting your future self and your future family by not really like identifying fully with the details of everything, like before anything gets really, really bad, you know, because stuff like that can carry on, like that kind of like it's not a reputation, like you are not that, but I think like you take things to heart very easily and very like it affects you for a very long time, and you personally don't want that kind of thing following you, because it'll just remind you of like times that don't really make you that happy, and it'll just, I don't know, it just won't really make, I mean, I feel like it won't really make that big of a difference either way, honestly. So it's okay if like stuff gets out. Like I would not say like, oh gosh, you know, that's too bad or anything, because I see a lot of positivity in your future irregardless, right? But it's very important for your own mental health and for this child. I truly feel that for this child, that something needs to be held within. Whatever it is, I'm not seeing it and I'm not saying it. Like both. I don't see it and I'm not saying it. I think I'm saying all around it, and it would make a lot of sense if you watched this video. But yeah, that's the general advice, and that's generally what I'm picking up for you. Don't be afraid to like, again, like look into the future, look into where you want to be in life. Where do you see raising your family? Who do you see? You know, like what are the qualities, not the specific people, but like what kind of qualities do you desire the most? And don't be afraid to like speak up and set boundaries and put your foot down where it needs to be put down. And you know, just start this quest, start the quest of something completely brand new in your life, because everything is changing and it's changing for the better. Even if some things have to fall away, some people have to leave your life, that, you know, and maybe not even permanently, but yeah, you know, just, and at the same time, like enjoying the moment. So I think I'm kind of like mixing all the messages, but you can pick it out where it makes sense, because I think like if you were the person watching the video, you would know, like you would be able to pick it out yourself. You would be able to pick up on it. So I think your greatest not problem, but like issue, I guess, right now is kind of like where is the future? Like you're kind of avoiding thinking too far into the future. You are kind of avoiding really expanding your mind for different reasons. I think because you don't want to let go of some things, because the idea of it seems really good. The idea of it just like again, you're just really sensitive, and I think like once you get attached to people, it's hard to let go no matter how poorly that they treat you. And you are just an optimistic person, you're a happy person, so you try and just make sense of it and make the best out of it, and sometimes people will take advantage of that. And so, I mean, it's really sweet, it's cute, like you are cute, like your energy is very just like adorable, like really truly adorable. Like there are people in your life that are loyal to you. There are people in your life that will be there for a lifetime. But it's really about when you decide when you're comfortable to make that move. And I think it's just the biggest thing is just shifting your mind into the bigger picture. And then yeah, I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna leave this reading here, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.